Hello paper crafters, welcome to my newest video. In this video I have the Heartfelt Creations Cross and Lilies die set with 3 matching stamp sets. In front of you is the die set. It is number HCD 719. It's called Cross and Lilies, and I will flip this over to show you, to give you an idea. Here are all the lilies, or they, as some of the flowers in the stamp sets will show, the clematis, and then here is the die and of the cross, and there's a thick cross with filigree around it and a smaller inside cross with some filigree in the middle. And very beautiful set. Wait till you see what this Iris Weissman made for us with this beautiful set. And then I want to show you the stamps that go with it. The first one is it's HCPC 3450, and it is the Cross and Lilies pre-cut set, and it has the cross, it has May God Comfort You, Praying You Will Find Strength and Courage, and the thought that God is with you always. One that just says a simple pretty hugs, and then another with heartfelt sympathy. The next stamp set I chose to go with this is number HCPC 3454, the Twining Clematis pre-cut set, and you can kind of see here and here how that goes. But these stamps also, you can make them look like lilies, and to me they look like you can kind of give a lily feel to it with the coloring too, if you want to cut out some of the individual ones like this for a look of lilies. And this is HCPC 3453, the Malabar Clematis pre-cut set, and these are all the flowers that are in the die. So these right here flowers will cut out with these right here. Now I want to show you what Iris made. So I hope I bought enough of these dies because she did such a gorgeous job. I only bought a limited amount, but I can always get more, so don't worry about that. This is the first one. It's one of Iris's round cards that she makes, and you do that by, when you cut out your round die, you just simply fold a piece of paper in half and put it kind of on the inside of the die so it doesn't cut, and that makes a perfectly round card. And she used, for that, she used this stamp set with the individual dies to make these flowers that kind of look poinsettia to me at times. That kind of could have a dual use there, I think. And then she used the sentiment from this stamp set, that praying you will find strength and courage, and the thought that God is with you always. And here is how beautiful that stamps. And you can see the flowers around it and the filigree she used to make any kind of square border you can make with that, but she used the square and round elements, which is really a beautiful thing. And of course one of her lovely ribbons that she makes with her brads and pearls, and this little filigree of pearls here. Beautiful card. And Iris did all the work. This card would be really easy to make, and now that you have the idea on how to do it, you could recreate it, and it wouldn't be that hard at all to make, because she's done all the hard work of thinking and making it for you. Now the next one I want to point out, it's this gorgeous card. Look how pretty that is. And there's a lot of elements I have to get through with this card, so I hope I don't forget anything. First thing I want to say is Iris sells cards, and these cards are heavy, beautiful. Look at the little charm here and the ribbon, and she puts this much work into the cards she sells. So anyone who wants some inspiration or needs a card, or wants to send someone who doesn't do their own stamping and crafting but would like some of these cards, go to her blog and look around. You won't be disappointed. And also, for example, if this were the card you love, this was going to be your go-to card to send to people for all different reasons, you could have this in front of you on how to shade, because she did such a beautiful job. This looks dimensional. I'm gonna zoom in on that cross. It looks dimensional, but it's not. It's just the way she colored. There is no layering on that die. It is the strict stamp right here, cut out and put onto the filigree die there, and you can see right there the die that she used, cut it out here and then put that on top of it. Now that's dimensional because the dye's risen, but not the flowers on it. That's the way she colored. And then I want to point out this over here is a Nellie Snellen Rose Punch that Iris purchased from me, and she used it on this card, and that hasn't come out yet, but I do have it for sale for any of you that are interested. It is in stock. It's not part of this release, but I wanted to point out because it's so beautiful, and she used it on the next card too, so that's why I'm pointing it out. And there it is there with more of the rose leaves. It's I believe it's 3 sizes, the 1, 2, 3, and then there's this type of leaf and the bigger leaf. Now to get back to the card here. So Iris made this beautiful cross, did the coloring, and also there's the hugs from this stamp set, same one. There's the hugs right there, and she put it in a little circle there and added some pearls, and it's just beautiful. Now if you look inside the card, and you can see that she used this stamp right here as the kind of just plain stamping on some a tannish cardstock, and that gave that beautiful look of just like scrap paper almost that you purchase, and it matches because it goes with the set. And it is such a pretty card. I just wish I could share it in person with you to get the idea of how beautiful it came out. And then the last card that she made is beautiful also, and I'd like to point out a few things. Of course, you can see this is this stamp right here, and she added some dimension, and I'll try to show you with some these are kind of poofed out with, like, I think pop dots, or perhaps she used some dimensional glue, and they're added to, these are like flat and these are layered on, and it's not much layering. She only did a couple of layers, but it makes such a difference that it makes that image just pop. And I'll go in a little closer so maybe you can see what I'm talking about there, how it just kind of pops out at you. And then she used an embossed background and kind of gave it a distressed look for the brick, for the layering, and it, whoops, hitting my light there, and it's such a pretty card. Now what I wanted else to point out is, I believe, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that this is the Nellie Snellen Punch, Rose Punch again. Again, that's not part of this set, but Iris did really like that punch, and she used it. And I'm gonna kind of show you back here. Here's the punch there, but if you bring it together and crinkle it up and maybe even spritz it a little to get it crinkly, and then these are that is the punch, the leaves on some shiny green paper, and she added that as an accent to it, and it's so pretty. This rose will be coming out in a future release. I have a special way I'm going to release this. I've never done this before. I'm waiting just for it to all get in, and I'll show you how I released it. And but it is for sale now. If you email me, I can get it out to you. I do have it in stock. I just haven't put it out on my blog yet. And back to Iris's lovely work here. You have this beautiful brown ribbon with the brad, and then the matching brads in the corner here. This card is so gorgeously colored, and it's so pretty. And yet again, another card that wouldn't take a long time to make, and yet so elegant and so pretty. This is a great release. I don't have many in stock, as I said, because I didn't realize how beautiful a job Iris was going to do on these, and I'm probably going to sell out quickly, but I can get more, so don't worry about that. It's just a little wait, and I think Heartfelt Creations is caught up with this release because they're already on to their other release, so I think this could come in stock very quickly if I were to run out. So I hope you enjoyed these cards. If you have any questions, please email me, and please visit my blog for all my other items for sale, and to find the prices for these items, and any information that you would want about the release should be on my blog. Thanks for visiting, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye, everybody.